last time we got together, we talked about Dragon Ball and just introduced ourselves. I actually have a glaring omission from last week's episode. We were talking about fandoms, big fandoms. I generalized under music, but I literally have a Green Day tattoo on my left arm.
I don't understand, man.
I completely spaced it, but then I was reminded because Billy Joe Armstrong turned 51 years old yesterday, and he is daddy.
Absolute
so
yeah. Wow. Way to date the episode already by saying when he turned 51.
It's whatever.
Who cares?
Mans is amazing. He has found the fountain of youth.
Yeah, he's a god. He's a rock god.
Honestly, you bringing up like your favorite band, I guess, I'm assuming, considering the tattoo.
Yeah, no, Green Day is absolutely my favorite band.
And just music and your love of it. It reminded me of something I thought of earlier today that I thought could be a good idea for this very moment, this podcast, this shindig, where we each give our, like, song of the week, a song that we're like fucking with, for each episode.
We're vibing heavy.
Our recommendation.
We're vibing heavy.
Okay.
So then we can spread our garbage music taste.
Yeah.
All of you.
Love that.
All of you.
Love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So I guess with Billy Joe Armstrong's birthday, I've obviously been listening to a lot of Green Day. I've been really attracted to Dookie. Obviously, it's a great album, but She specifically off of Dookie.
to what?
That's grody. Oh, that's poop.
But there's a track on there called She, and Billy Joe's vocals on that track are top tier. He's just howling into the mic.
Magnifique.
It's so good. And it's just talking I like Green Day because they talk about a lot of modern social issues, but this is way back in like 1993, 94 or something like that. I mean, She is about like women being repressed in society and shit like that. I mean, not that that is a uniquely modern thing that's all of history, but
Right. Right. Just recently starting to change.
right.
Even then.
Hopefully, right?
Even then, America's trying real hard to
Stinky
stop
America.
Anyway, back to music.
Yeah.
Isaiah, what song would you recommend? What are you fucking with?
I've been huge like alternative like rock kind of phase right now. I'm feeling a lot of like some Rise Against tracks. Like Satellite. That one's
Yes. Fist me. I shouldn't have phrased it like that, but we're gonna go with it.
I'm glad you did.
That's on camera.
Have you heard Broken Dreams Incorporated by Rise Against?
I need to listen to more because I was like, oh man, these guys slap.
It's phenomenal. When I was working at Amazon, I was fucking with that song heavy.
Yeah, man. It's just fun. Real boppy music.
Yeah, banger. For me, because I've thought about getting a tattoo of them. They are my favorite band of all time, and I'm going to see them this summer. I've been listening to a lot of Fall Out Boy because they just put out 2 singles, and Love on the Other Side, or is it Love from the Other Side?
I think it's Love from the Other Side.
Yeah.
Is
it's
he
one
really
of those
a fan?
Two. I'm obviously not
Big fan.
Big fan. This guy's full of beans. I'm just bad at remembering titles, but
absolutely.
Unless we're talking about Heartbreak Feels So Good, because that one's easy. But Love from the Other Side is so good. I'm biased, obviously, because I love Fall Out Boy, but when they came back with that song, I was like, oh, they could not have picked a better song to come back with.
Yeah, it's a real return to form for the guys. I think I'm not really huge on Fall Out Boy, not as much as you are. But they're good. They're good.
Yeah,
I thought they got a little bit pop friendly, a little radio friendly in the 2010s, but this most recent outing with them, also my opinion of them very much changed after we saw them at Hella Mega Tour.
Absolutely.
Seeing a band live does change things quite a bit. They killed it, and
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
I nearly passed out when Green Day was up because I had screamed so much during Fall Out Boy.
No, because all of those concerts, you're just like back to back. It's Weezer. It's
for
Fall
those
Out
of you
Boy.
listening who don't know what Hella Mega Tour was, it was in 2020.
It was 2021.
Yeah,
It got
2021,
delayed.
yeah,
it got
because
pushed
of
back.
the pandemic.
Yeah, it got delayed with the pandemic, but it was a concert with Green Day, Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and the Interrupters.
Yeah, the opening act was the Interrupters. That was awesome. Such
And
a good band.
it was
Such a-
quite an amazing show. Every band like put on their absolute best.
Right,
Weezer
right.
kicked it out of the park. I mean, I've seen Weezer twice now.
I love both of those shows, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. Fuck everyone. We like Weezer in this
yeah,
household.
yeah,
Fuck everyone.
If you're a
What about
Weezer
it?
hater, fuck you. Get out of our podcast. I don't care if
Weezer
you're a
time.
potential
Yeah.
viewer. If you
can
don't
only
like
make
Weezer,
fun of Weezer
you're
if
not
you like
welcome
Weezer,
here.
okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Weezer killed it. But Green Day, especially, you could definitely tell that they were the most seasoned performers
Oh,
on
yeah,
stage.
man.
They put on such a fucking phenomenal
I had
show.
already screamed my heart out, and like Billy Joel just like he commanded.
It was insane too because they easily had the least intricate setup out of all the bands.
Yeah.
Weezer had these huge, colorful like amps, and Fall Out Boy had those big like
Set pieces with the giant
and then,
trees
and
and
then Green
whatever.
Day
Yeah,
just
man.
came in with
The
a drum
music.
set,
Speakers,
speakers, and
guitars,
them.
that's it.
And they killed
They
it.
came out with the
Yeah, man.
music,
They
dog.
went insane. Like
I mean, you look at their track history. I mean, god damn,
And I
dude,
mean,
what a
thankfully-
fucking discography.
Yeah. Thankfully, we had gone like I didn't know it was the last show of the tour, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's
that
right.
was sick. That was awesome. I
Yeah.
didn't know that at all. But
was
then
the
I looked
last
at
show of
the
the
tour
US
list and I was
tour.
like, oh, we're at this one. And
Yeah.
so they went.
They went
all
absolutely
out.
hard
It
for
was
the
so
last show
great.
of the
It was
tour.
So good, so good.
I
They
think
have
I
like a
can-
live performance of that night for is a.
Rock and Roll All Night.
All night, yeah.
Yeah.
It's their Kiss cover. It's the only
Yeah.
time I'll listen to a Kiss song because
We're technically on Spotify, guys.
You might be able to not faintly hear us at all.
You won't.
because
I'm
we're
way in the
getting
fucking
drowned
back. I
out,
couldn't
but
afford good seats.
I didn't even know that we had floor
Dude, your
tickets, like,
seats were fucking insane,
Clayton-
dog.
Clayton and I had a great spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it was crazy. I got good seats for Fall Out Boy too.
Yeah, you
I-
did get tickets to the new Fall Out Boy
I
concert.
did. I got a VIP ticket too because I'm a virgin. No, it'll be my third time seeing them now, and
Yeah, man.
I haven't been able to ever have like a VIP experience at a concert before. And if there was any band I'd want to do it for, Fall Out Boy is definitely one of them.
Absolutely, man. It'd be so worth. I just,
I was gonna say, I swear to God, if you took another picture, I'm gonna kill you.
No, I'm just making sure that like I'm within my limits of time. It tells me how much time I have left to record.
Oh,
Honest
okay,
face.
gotcha.
We have enough time.
Well, threat of violence. Backtrack.
Right.
yeah. Well, I don't know.
Concerts.
Yeah.
One band that I think is fantastic live, super underrated, Nothing More. They were my first concert, technically.
Our first concert was.
My first concert was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That was fun. It was a fun concert.
My
sounds
first
fun.
concert was. It was Def Leppard and
Def Leppard
Journey.
and Journey.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good concert though. That was a
sounds cool.
fun ass concert.
It was a fun ass concert. He already knows what I'm going to talk about. He's already knows what I'm going to talk about. Fuck it. I'm not an Armin Ping hater. I think he's great. I
right.
think
He sounds very, very good.
it
Very
just
similar.
The live performance. I don't think his energy matches with pretty much anyone else in the band, and it,
Yeah, man.
it made Def Leppard's unison
Yeah.
like steal the show.
Yeah, man.
Journey still
Because-
put on a great show
Right,
though.
right. But these are these like rock legends, and then you got like this 30-year-old guy just like doing parkour.
Well, actually, not even anymore because apparently, the drummer we saw and like pretty much, there's only like one remaining member left
yeah.
of Journey. And yeah, because apparently recently, I don't know the research on this, so I just saw it in like a headline, but apparently like they're all gone and minus one. I don't know. That's the
that's
gist
crazy.
of it. I'd have to read more into it.
I was gonna say, aren't they touring with Toto?
Yeah, but it's a new set list.
Right.
Like not a new set list, new band members.
Right. I was gonna say,
Ah,
like at this point, I feel like it's more of a cover band, but That's
a lot of rock acts are like that though. I mean, Foreigner is doing their farewell tour and they only have their last guy.
Yeah. No.
My first concert was a weird one because it was 4 bands. It was Bad Wolves, Nothing More, Breaking Benjamin, which I was super stoked about, and then Five Finger Death Punch, which, I mean, they were fine.
Right.
They were fine. You know, they were good. Like especially at the time when I enjoyed their music more.
Right.
I've kind of grown out of it since.
Me
too. Like. They put on a pretty good show, but compared to everyone else, I'm sorry. Nothing More stole it. And Breaking Benjamin went crazy. They covered Imperial March on the drums with lightsaber-looking drumsticks.
That's cool.
How do you do that and not be cool?
Yeah.
I mean,
unless you're just a generally uncool guy, but doing that.
Disney's trying really hard to make Star Wars not cool.
I mean, yeah, they're doing pretty well.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole because we've all got some things to say about.
I'd say that is the perfect reason why we should go down the rabbit hole.
I don't know. I'm worried we're gonna go off on this. I'm worried we're gonna do what we did last episode, and instead of rant about Dragon Ball for an hour, it's gonna be. Star
we only
Wars,
ranted about Dragon Ball for 30 minutes, and honestly, it's not even that bad. Like, what else are we gonna do? We came here to rant about shit.
Good point. All right, let's do it. Disney.
Frick you,
man. Frick you.
I am never gonna forgive you guys for how dirty you did my boy Finn.
I'm not gonna forgive you how dirty they did the entire franchise, Doug.
My boy Finn, my boy Kylo, my boy Poe, my boy...
Even my girl Rey, because making her a Palpatine kind of just ruins her character.
My boy Luke.
Well, you can't even ruin Rey's character because she's not a character. She's a fucking Mary Sue.
Man, I'm just saying, if Rey was a Kenobi, that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool.
That would have been cool. I kind of preferred it as just her going from seeing herself as nobody to actually going out and accomplishing something, you know?
Right.
Instead of just scavenging and not coming from a certain bloodline, but showing that you can come from nothing.
I absolutely agree with that, and I would also just like to see that parallel in a Finn storyline that wasn't stupid love story.
Yeah, that too. Seriously, dude, they marketed him in Force Awakens as becoming a Jedi, and a stormtrooper turned Jedi would have been so neat.
The coolest.
Well, and it's also just the fact that no planning went into it. So clearly, there was no planning gone into the new trilogy. The fact that Rey's lineage is fumbled about for all 3 movies.
Yeah,
Your parents were nobody. Versus in Force Awakens, just who are my parents? I gotta find out where my lineage come from. I'm strong with the Force. Why do I have a connection with Luke's lightsaber?
And she hears Obi-Wan's voice when she touches the lightsaber, too.
And then
both of them, I'm pretty sure.
The Last Jedi, which at the time when it released, I did not like at all. I fucking hated The Last Jedi when it came out.
I've grown to appreciate it.
I have grown to appreciate it after Rise of Skywalker. I appreciate the direction that Colin Trevorrow was trying to
go into, and would have been so cool if he just fucking landed on it, you know?
And it's not even the fact that I had problems with the directions he was taking these characters. It was the fact that just some of these things were not executed well. The Canto Bite section is a very glaring part of the movie that sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Luke's fight with Kylo Ren is not that great. I do not like the way they kill Luke Skywalker. I feel like if you're going to sacrifice Luke Skywalker, let him be there on the planet. It's not the fact that I care that Luke Skywalker dies. Sure, let him die. He can die. I'm allowing that. They need permission, but...
You have my permission to kill the sand boy.
Right.
But any...
Force projection?
The desert lad.
Really?
Right, it's so lame.
Really?
Yeah, and then
with the wrong lightsaber?
And then just the robe go...
Yeah.
Right, it's to make Kylo Ren look more foolish because he's... Kylo Ren should have noticed that this is not Luke, right?
Right.
But it's just lame. It's just lame for Luke.
Also, again, to bring back my frustration with Finn's character and how they handled him, they had the perfect moment to give his character a turning point and close off his arc by letting him sacrifice himself for these people, going from a stormtrooper harming innocents to sacrificing his life for the innocents and to stop the First Order. And then
Disney just can't have that.
Love interest time, baby.
Disney just can't have that.
It's about saving the ones we love. That's literally what he was about to do.
He was literally about to do that. Yeah, and it's unfair to Rose's character because it's a decision that logically makes you hate her.
Also, I want to get this out of the way right now. Fuck all the Star Wars fans who go after the actors and like fucking hate them, send them death threats, all that shit. No. Fuck all of you. I do not consider you as a part of this fan base.
Yeah, you can. Because kind of stinky.
It should never have gotten to the point where Ewan McGregor is coming out and saying, "Hey, don't be racist." When this new show comes out, because there is a black character who is important.
Well, and that's the thing.
That's not a problem.
But also, you have to blame Disney because those are the kind of fans that they listen to. That's why we got a movie as bad as Rise of Skywalker, is because they listen to such a loud part of such a small group.
Minority. That's true. Yeah, I mean, isn't that part of the reason why Finn just gets shoved to the side? Like, was because
I mean. Probably, but like...
Yeah, I don't want to assume anything. I'm just some
I like to think
with a
that...
right now, so.
I think that Finn got put to the side because when The Force Awakens comes out, that's around the time Me Too starts happening. And female-centric protagonists became... It's not what I think, but it's how Hollywood thinks, but they became moneymakers.
Yeah.
And Rey becoming the lead was more profitable than having this black Jedi that we set up. This African-American stormtrooper from the First Order, not a scavenger, who would
have had a really cool backstory.
I mean, and the fact that, they confirmed that Finn that he is Force sensitive makes it all the worse for me because it's just like, okay, well, you're just confirming you had these ideas, but because you listened to what was going on around instead of focusing on a planned trilogy.
Right. Because, like, how cool would it be to, like, have, like, Rey and Finn sparring,
Yeah.
Like, have them both be, like, pretty powerful Jedi, not have Rey be this, like, all-powerful, like... somehow grabs this fucking ancient Jedi text that from the place that literally burned down in the last episode.
Yeah, the opening for Rise of Skywalker is so fucking sloppy. It's some of the worst fucking filmmaking I've ever seen in my life. And it's fucking...
I'm sorry, because I'm just saying, that sparring sequence would be such a better way to open up the film.
For real. That would have been way more interesting.
I would have been like,
cooler.
Oh, and it's happening.
And I just also want to point out, like, I don't hate Rey's character. I mean, I kind of do. But I think Daisy Ridley did the best with what she was given.
Right. Absolutely.
And I really wish they just wrote these characters better because they had great characters.
Yeah, like that's the thing. All the actors have come out since the movies.
I love it. I love the actors shitting on those movies because the movies deserve it, and the actors deserve to shit on those movies. They got screwed like hardcore.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Finn especially. John Boyega has very famously come out against Star Wars. He was like the very first popular figure to come out against Star Wars, and rightfully so, because he's absolutely right. They teased this character for big things, and then they just baited him in the trailers to check a mark for diversity, and it's ugly. Like, it's happening so much in movies, and it's genuinely why I just have gotten so turned off of movies in recent years. Like, it sucks because then you get like just this general malaise over Hollywood in general, and then you don't go and see actually good movies. I didn't go and watch everything.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, I didn't go watch that movie, and I'm going to. I have it queued up, but it's just
you need to.
Right, I'm going to. I do plan to.
Shit.
But so like good. I didn't go watch it in theaters, even though I should have. I know I should have.
I was going to, and then I think around that time. When did that movie come out?
It was around the time of the Nicolas Cage movie, so it was like...
Yeah, that's right. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which
I did go see. I did go see that movie.
That movie's hilarious.
That movie made me like watching movie theaters again. So I granted it, I didn't go see fucking...
Yeah, I was gonna go see that, but then I ended up like busier than I expected to be around that time because I really, really wanted to see that movie in theaters. I remembered seeing the trailer and going like, "Holy, whoa, this looks awesome!"
Yeah, and then I also haven't been going to movies because I'm poor and have been losing jobs left and right. But that's just my personal failings.
That's also kind of, relatable. But seriously, Everything Everywhere All at Once is so good. It's so good, and it makes me so happy to see that like people are recognizing it and that the actors are getting nominated for so many awards because they fucking killed it. They made me cry, dude.
Yeah, no, I saw which is kind of easy award acceptance speeches, and like it's like the kid from Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
and he's playing like a very central like role in that movie, and he won an award for it, and he made me very emotional with his speech. Dude, I don't want to butcher his name, so I'm not gonna try.
But I just want to say it makes me so happy to see him come back.
Yeah,
because like he was in the Goonies too, right?
Yeah.
I loved him in both of those, and now like seeing him back, and he's so good in Everything Everywhere All at Once. His character's so lovable. Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah, man. No. Watching movies is like slowly coming back into my like catalog of like fun things to do.
It especially helps when you're traumatized now. Like having been traumatized, I can understand themes and elements and movies and games and music.
Spice of life.
Like
spice of life.
Genuinely, it sucks that I'm like this, but it's also kind of a good thing because I feel more conscious of stuff now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good to build that grit. Yeah. It's good.
Get a little spice in your life.
I feel like I just sounded really pretentious by going like, I feel more conscious. I feel more one with myself.
That's actually a thing to be proud of in this day and age with fucking phones and everything. I mean, dude, it's so hard to not be attached to those fucking things and just being attached to the depression loop and the social medias of it all.
Yeah, man.
It's so
seeing
fucking
kids,
hard.
Like absorb media, like 4 or 5 screens in front of them, just like.
I mean, there are people in my life
though. Have you seen the outside world? It's gotten much worse. Kids get yelled at when they play outside now.
But the problem is that people think that by going on their phones and tweeting about it, they're doing anything about it, but they're not because they're fucking locked into this fucking thing. Like, protests do not happen over Twitter. I'm sorry. Like, change does not happen over Twitter.
Or TikTok.
It's so fucking annoying. Like, you all complain about the status quo, but you won't do anything to change it. I mean, I'm not doing anything to change it either.
We're doing a fucking podcast.
This is the royal you, by the way. This isn't directed at you guys.
This isn't
who are
you,
listening.
the viewer. Don't worry.
I'm sure
You're
you guys are great.
Person.
Unless you don't like Weezer.
Yeah. The royal you gets used by me quite. Oh shit!
What have you done?
I just knocked my mic over.
You fucking idiot.
Oh dear.
Oh god. Oh shit.
My.
Well, have you done it?
Do you need to twist your knob a little?
We're good.
You're good. All right.
Why do I speak?
Who? You know.
Who let me be on this podcast?
I did.
You regret it yet?
No. This is like great. This is like the best thing I've ever done.
It's fun.
It truly is funny how this is kind of just what we do when we hang out, except now we're doing it in a studio with cameras and a microphone. It's always fun, but now we get to share our stupidity with whoever's willing to put up with it.
You.
I mean,
pointed at you.
Our fellow birds of prey.
Let's be real. I mean, it's our moms watching this right now.
My mom's not watching it.
I mean, that's fair.
I say swears.
I'm
I don't want her to
advertising
be
this shit
disappointed
like
in
a
me.
motherfucker. So I mean, like,
I haven't been advertising yet.
everyone that's like, "What'd you do on the weekend?" I'm like, "In the VultureTalk podcast, maybe you should check in for episode 1 sometime."
YouTube.com/VultureShack.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm always like, yeah, no, I did this.
I would advertise it to my family, but my family is very
Bitches.
different. No, I love my family. They don't like that I say naughty words, and so I would rather them not have to hear me say words like fucking shit. Sorry, Mom, if you're listening. But I'm an adult now.
My mom doesn't care. Fuck, penis, vagina, fucking cock, balls.
Fart. I said
Fart.
it.
Whoa, whoa,
I
hey,
said it.
you can't say that on. We're gonna get demonetized. Oh, gee whiz. I have been like telling people and like friends that we recorded the first episode and whatnot. But
Yeah, so I work in the building where the studio we're recording at is in, and I literally tell everyone.
Shout outs to your bosses.
Yes, thank you, Jen. Thank you, Kenzie. Thank you, Abby. You guys are the best.
great.
Bless your souls.
Thank you, Dasha. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, all of you. Lovely people.
Yes, thank you for allowing us to use your space.
Yeah.
You guys are the best.
Yeah. Much love.
Let's see, what else we could talk about?
It's
Fuck, I have no.
cozy
I come in here with zero plans.
Every time, man. It's all right. Sometimes I'm just like, shit, yeah, I gotta talk about something.
Well, we could bring back the topic of concerts because that was a much more positive and happy topic than when we were hatefully raging about Star Wars.
What about? What about what Star Wars is doing good? What like Obi-Wan was okay.
Okay, yeah, I did really like the last few episodes of Obi-Wan, especially.
Yeah, overall, I did like Obi-Wan. I do have my issues with it, but I thought that was a good thing. Rogue One,
I liked it.
I really, really fucking like Rogue One.
Yeah, they did real well with. They've been doing pretty well with Mandalorian.
Mandalorian
That's
is
also true.
amazing.
That's always hit pretty well. They've never really.
And
had,
apparently
like, a miss.
Andor is really good, but I haven't watched that.
Yeah, I
I've
need to
also
watch-
heard a lot
I
of
need to
good
watch
things
a
about the Bad
few-
Batch.
Yeah, I need to watch a few shows.
The final
because-
season of the Clone Wars was also some of the finest Star Wars ever committed to screen.
Yes, although I was a little confused about the filler episode with Ahsoka and the Botes sisters, but
It's not perfect.
It happens.
But the last 3 episodes are where it's at, really.
those 3 episodes are, but those 2 just confused me because like everyone was
It's just filler.
backtracking on all of their decisions to keep the plot chugging along.
Yeah, it's just filler and bad filler at that.
Yeah, it felt really out of place between that first episode and then the last 3.
They get captured, escaped, and just to get captured again. It's one of those fucking bullshit things.
Silly episodes, but I mean, they were still pretty enjoyable to watch. I wouldn't say they were like garbage, but they weren't good.
You knew that it was something like the problem is that you know that like big shit's on the horizon for the last 3 episodes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you're just like,
So
okay,
you're
I'm
like,
gonna
And
get through this shit.
this is just filler. You know?
Those last 3 episodes.
Oh my god.
Good fucking god.
He's hoping for Kenobi. Why are you here?
Dude, the mocap, excellent.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Seeing Ray Park's moves, it's
Good
so
stuff.
iconic. Jedi Survivor's coming out here soon.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
whole lot of stances in that game, apparently.
Yes,
And
there
I
is. I've
am-
been watching a lot of the gameplay footage of it. I think I saw Dismemberment, guys.
I heard.
Yeah,
I think I saw
I
Dismemberment.
heard that some gameplay footage showcased Dismemberment, and if that's true,
Fingers crossed, man.
dude,
Yeah.
kudos.
Yeah, dude.
Kudos if it's
literally.
in. Like,
Because-
kudos for making a Star Wars game that's like fun
Yeah. No,
and
because
not
I just-
afraid to
That was the
be Star
one,
Warsy.
the
Yeah,
one
man.
thing I could literally just stamp. Like, what the fuck was wrong with Jedi Fallen Order?
Man, I just.
Also, that and Cal's goofy ass run, but
You get these cool takedowns, these sick
Yeah.
takedowns that Cal does. You see him do moves that you've never seen a Jedi pull before.
Right.
And then the dude's just completely intact. There's not even like a scorch
the
mark
one
on
where he
him.
grabs the arm and runs the lightsaber through your entire entire
Yeah.
midsection, but the guy still stays one piece.
Yep.
It's like that's not what happens with a lightsaber.
What did
You're,
you do?
yeah, you're not gonna tell me
You
about
like
that.
lightly burn his chest a little bit?
Like, I understand you're trying to make this as family friendly as possible, but you also just cannot make up your own rules. You
Yeah,
can't just
and
Right.
and like to keep it family friendly, do what The Force Unleashed 2 did, which kind of barely qualifies as a game, but like do what they did.
Yeah.
Have the dismemberment, but there's no blood because the lightsaber cauterizes the
That's-
wound
it's
because it is a
genius.
superheated
Genius.
plasma blade.
I don't understand Disney's aversion to it. It's like I'm fine. I
Right.
grew up. I watched Anakin get dismembered. I watched Luke get dismembered. I
Oh no. Another person losing limbs to the limb chopper. Oh no.
Yeah, but those guys didn't die when they lost their limbs. They survived.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. But yeah, with
good.
Jedi Survivor, looking to have dismemberment, all the different stances, finally having a dedicated dual lightsaber stance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Having a blaster?
Yes, that's a stance,
that's
a blaster
cool.
stance. There's a dedicated
cool.
blaster stance.
I like that.
I-
The fact
okay,
that there's
so I
like
was-
a ranged option.
Yeah,
Pretty
that
cool.
is
Pretty
pretty
sick.
neat. That is pretty neat. It's not very Jedi-like, but to be
Right?
fair, the
That's
Jedi are
exactly
dead.
the point. He's
And
going
Jedi
on like
are
a
dead.
whole kind of journey where he's got to like be conventional. He's got to be like, oh man, I need a gadget for this situation.
There's supposed to be like a big focus for mounts and whatnot, animal mounts to traverse. And
That's
they
gonna be sick as fuck, dude.
also
Gadget
added
B1.
they also added fast travel.
Oh, that's huge because holy.
yeah, man.
If I had a nickel for every time I got lost on Zepho, I wouldn't be poor.
dude, yeah, no, I fucking takes forever to get anywhere in that
Zepho
game.
and Dathomir were labyrinths. Oh my goodness, gravy. Oh, Brian.
But I mean, hey, still a good game.
Yeah, fantastic game. I loved it.
It was sent to die.
It was
because
so
when it came,
much.
because when it came out, the sight of a T-posing stormtrooper coming straight for me was not uncommon.
It's so weird how EA has flipped on that script, though. I mean, with Dead Space and Jedi Survivor, and
absolutely.
like they have been showing, it's weird that they've been pushing for like some of the most exciting
They're
single player
learning
Showing
from
games.
care
their
in video
mistakes,
games?
and I'm kind of
EA?
surprised about it.
What? Not like loading it with microtransactions? Are you okay? Are you ready to fever?
Like, dude, yeah, I remembered playing Fallen Order when it first came out, and I was on Dathomir getting ready to like enter the temple, and that entire temple area didn't render.
Oh yeah, no.
So
dude.
it was there, like I visibly could see it, but when I jumped, there was no land.
No.
It was simply a mirage in this desert. I thought I found an oasis, but nay, I was hallucinating.
And
I
I think
fell to
that's
my
all
death.
the good Star Wars is done.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
that is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that.
That's-
That is, yeah.
Look,
Because
I-
like that Lego collection, what the fuck?
I love
the
Star
fuck?
Wars.
It's mid. It's not
Yeah,
the worst,
dude.
but it could have been so
It's
much
got
better.
some cool things. But what
I-
the fuck is with episode 3?
I was
What the
so
fuck is
Three
with that?
is annoying as fuck, dude.
That was so
What is with that?
frustrating,
That is like one of my
especially
favorite Lego
starting
games.
the last level, which easily is like one of the. That is a core memory from my childhood.
It's an iconic part of everyone's childhood. Like, if you played the first Lego Star Wars game and you played that final level of Episode 3 where you're fighting against your buddy as Obi-Wan and Anakin, like, that's fucking art.
Look at what I've done to my boy.
And they fumbled the bag
So
when we
hard.
played it, and I was C-3PO.
C-3PO and R2-D2.
Yeah, dude, there's, like, no duel at all. You're puzzle solving with the droids, and one character is playing as Obi-Wan fighting as Anakin. And for whatever reason, the game lets player 2 be Obi-Wan for, like, 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Stinky.
I got to be Obi-Wan for the shortest segment possible.
Yeah. Just
Literally. It was like I solved the puzzle as the droids, Then I was Obi-Wan. I smacked Anakin twice, and then I was the droids again.
Well,
so
and apparently, so we haven't played through the original trilogy yet. We played through the sequels because we wanted to get that bullshit out of the way. And then we played through the prequels. It wasn't until the prequels we actually started having fun with the new Lego Star Wars game. But apparently it's the sequels that have the most love put into them. So, or not the sequels, the original trilogy.
I was going to say, no way the sequels had any love put into them.
Yeah,
we played those.
Not the sequels. Sequels were boring as fuck. But yeah, it's fine. It's mid. I think in terms of gameplay, the original Star Wars is
Just knocks
definitely
it
better.
out of the park,
It's
man.
such an easy pick up and play game.
Yeah.
The PS3, like the complete saga one.
Yes.
Like that right there. That's where
Complete
it's at.
saga, and I'm going to say it, Clone Wars.
Well, and it's like
That
not
was a
even.
good one.
It's not even like nothing we're saying here hasn't been said about the game before. But like when you get to these massive hub worlds and they're just empty.
Yeah.
And they're just there for waypoints. You're just spending 10 minutes walking from one destination to the other. Like, that's not fun. Yeah. These Lego games were, the first Lego games were short, condensed levels that were well designed and fun.
Right. Have little secrets that you could find.
Yeah.
Backpacks.
I'm here to play Lego Star Wars. I'm not here to play Horizon Forbidden West. Like
Lego edition.
But speaking of open world games, does God of War count?
I mean,
it's pretty open world, especially after you beat it.
Right.
I won't say it's open world. I'll say
it's more story driven.
It's open. It's definitely open.
It's open world, but it's a linear story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I look at that. Because there's plenty of shit to do outside of the main story. There's plenty of shit.
Yeah.
It's open world in the sense that, like, Metroid is open world.
It's God of War, and I played it for the first time. God of War 2018. I was behind because I didn't have a PlayStation.
He was a nerd.
And because I'm an idiot. But I played it. Holy nuts, bro. That game is good.
We were playing God of War 2018, and Moggy was out here like, oh boy, Halo 5.
I didn't play Halo 5. I was playing Breath of the Wild because I didn't get a Switch until years later.
The Breath of the Wild also a quality.
Breath of the Wild's fantastic. and I
Xbox
can't
is finally
wait
starting to get their shit together with exclusives, though.
Right.
Except Halo. But
It's fine. You know, it's just their baby. It's just literally like their little boy.
let's
and
be
they
real.
just like drop
Let's be real. It's more our baby than it is their baby.
Listen, hey,
more Bungie's baby than it was their baby, okay?
I can solemnly attest to this. Just because it's their baby doesn't mean they will care about it. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Just saying.
Just throwing it out there.
Microsoft was there for a few good ones, and then he out.
Sony's exclusives, though, out the park. But anyway, God of War 2018.
They peaked with Reach. God of War 2018. Fantastic game. I did try playing it when I used to have a PS4. I had started it, and then I never picked it back up because I spaced it. It was kind of a slow start, and I was worried it was going to be that way the whole time. So I totally, genuinely, I just spaced it, and then I played Persona 5 again. And
I gotta play Persona 5
because I played Persona 5, and then Persona 5 Royal came out, and I was like, I gotta do it. But I finally got around to it, and the game is fantastic. I still gotta fight all the Valkyries, but then I'm gonna play God of War Ragnarok. But Kratos is such a good character. Atreus is so obnoxious, but like,
he's kind of a likable
you know
character.
why, you know? He's a child.
He's a little baby.
There were so many times where I was like, God, you shitty little kid. And then I was like, little kid. He is a little kid. I got to remember that.
He's a boy.
He was a boy. Every time there is a scene where Atreus is like somber and you see Kratos put his hand up, but then like retract it because he's worried he's not going to be good enough at comforting him. My heart, my soul.
Oh, my God.
The growth.
Oh, it's so good.
And then
Fantastic game.
You haven't played God of War Ragnarok. Get to it. If you haven't played God of War Ragnarok and you're listening to this, go play God of War Ragnarok.
Go play right now. Buy a PS5. Go do it.
They're
now.
in stock.
luck.
They are
Go.
perpetually in stock. That has been announced. Like there is no shortages. There's no wait lists. Go get it.
Go play it. It's so good. Play it instead of listening to this. I'm kidding now.
Play it while listening to this.
Yeah, there you go. He's got it.
But not during the story beats.
Yeah.
Put subtitles on so you
Yeah.
can read what's happening there, but listen to us
Yeah.
and our
Right.
buttery, silky,
When you get in the
smooth
boat, just tell
voices.
Mimir to shut the fuck up and just listen to us.
Hey, don't do that. I love Mimir.
And then Hi-Fi Rush that just dropped. I've been playing that for a little bit.
looks
What
so
a fun
fun.
game! What a fun fucking game!
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that
big-
art style immediately just captured my attention because I have ADHD.
Well, and the big dick energy of the developers to to show the trailer and then be like, okay, the game's available. The game is available after this trailer.
Right now. Go buy it.
Go buy
I
it.
like it.
That is some Nintendo Direct shit too, though. You got to admit they do that. Smash Bros. DLC, remember that? They'd be all like, "And Byleth will be releasing this afternoon,
did
like
not
right
just-
after this Nintendo Direct."
You
It's
did
not
not just
just
compare
Smash
Byleth
Bros.
DLC
No,
to
I know.
fucking
No,
the best shadow
Byleth-
drop of the century.
No, I know. Hi-Fi Rush is way better, but Byleth was the first character that came to mind for some reason.
Yeah, no, but just fucking Smash Bros.
Well, I know, but they did that a lot. What
did
game
that
did
a
they?
lot.
What game did they shadow drop in this last Direct? Because they did that. Or maybe it's
Metroid
just
Prime.
maybe.
Metroid?
Was
Maybe.
it?
I think it was Metroid Prime because reviews are already out.
Oh, then it might have been. I was
That'd
gonna
be,
say it was either that or Mario Kart DLC, but that's Mario Kart
I would
DLC,
like
so
to
my
take
whole
Metroid
point
Prime.
would have just been made irrelevant again.
Yeah.
Which I'll own up to it. My bad.
Yeah, I've lately been getting into retro gaming. I've been selling my modern shit so I can afford older shit that I grew up with. As you can see on my shit, I'm obviously a PlayStation fanboy, but also I have a very soft spot for the early days of Nintendo, and I want a Game Boy. So
Back in the good old
fucking
days.
bad, bro.
Yeah,
I will,
man.
if you're listening to this podcast, buy me a Game Boy.
Buy me a Game Boy. That's how that works. Give me
DM me. I will give you my Venmo information, please.
But yeah, that's me.
I mean, hey, the early Nintendo days were where it was at, man. Like on the border of like the DS Lite and like the DSi XL and all that shit. That was like where I was at. But I definitely still played a bunch of those like Game Boy games because oh my god, the character, the charm,
Dude, we literally the day before the Nintendo Direct, when they dropped the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance emulators on Switch Online, we were talking about it, and we were talking about Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga,
Yes, sir.
and then they
Gimme,
showcased it in the Direct. I got so excited. That game is so good.
Mario and Luigi, bring it back, Nintendo, please.
Yeah.
But don't bring
Oh
it
my-
back in that whack ass
Yeah,
art
don't bring
style.
it back like that
Yeah.
goofy
Bring
Paper
me-
Mario color splash.
Give me beautiful pixel art. You know what?
Yes.
I said it.
Bring
I'll take
back pixel art games.
I'll take pixel art, man.
Well, just
Well,
shop
don't-
indie games. Just shop indie games.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no,
that's
absolutely.
true. But
But
I
I
would
mean-
like, you know,
First of all, just for the development ease of Nintendo, so they don't got to worry about performance, pixel art would save them tons of time. Okay.
yeah.
There's so much you could do.
and I'm just gonna say it. When I hear Mario and Luigi, the two games I think of are Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story.
I think of Superstar Saga and Partners in Time.
Partners in time.
that one's also up there. I didn't
Such a good
get to
one.
play that one,
Such a
but
good one.
Partners in Time is the shit, dog.
Such a
That one's super fucking rare, apparently. Like, that's the rarest of the Mario and Luigi games. I've seen, like, copies trying to be sold for, like, $330.
Well, lucky I played it then.
lucky I have a computer.
Right. Just emulate.
Yeah, for legal reasons, that's a joke.
No, there's like a whole aftermarket for modded Game Boys now, and I want one so fucking bad. I've been showing Isaiah this one I've been looking at. It's a transparent purple one with green buttons, and it is so
Oh,
fucking beautiful.
The eggplant.
The eggplant Game Boy.
Eggplant Game Boy.
Yeah, he was trying to show me like a BMO one, and I was like, brother,
But that BMO one is cool as fuck.
Okay, yes, but BMO is more like, I feel like BMO would be like a great Switch accessory, you know? Like, I've seen the like
Switch
BMO
docks
Switch
of
stands.
BMO.
BMO would be better if it was the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Advance
BMO
SP.
would be a good GameCube.
Yeah.
Because BMO is based off of the classic Game Boy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like the big bricky Game Boy. But, I mean, like, I'm just saying, as a Switch dock, it looks pretty good. But,
It does.
The obvious answer is looking you right in the face, man. It's the transparent, it's the green buttons. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, no. Huh.
Dude, when I think of nerdy shit that I want, I always revert back to con. Every time.
Yeah, and you know what's even worse about that? Whenever I think about nerdy shit, I think about con, and I think about all the awesome Warhammer shit I missed out on con. I do not have money.
I think about all the stuff that I couldn't afford and I'm super grateful for the stuff that I did get when we went.
Yeah.
For context, we went to Comic-Con last year.
It was
and it
FanX.
was awesome. Yeah, it was FanX. It went by Salt Lake Comic-Con, but now it goes by FanX.
We didn't go to Comic-Con.
We went to FanX last year. And it was pretty freaking sweet, dude.
It's pretty dope, man.
Unfortunately, couldn't afford to get a ton of cool stuff, but I'm happy. I'm happy with my
Hey, man, you got a picture with fucking Sean Schimmel and Chris Sabat.
I'm doing the Kamehameha.
I got a fucking power pole at the con, and then I got Sean Schimmel to sign the power pole. And then in the conversation that we were having while he was signing the power pole, he was like, "Oh man, you're," because I brought up the fact that I wanted to like do voice acting and stuff like that, and he immediately looked at me and he's like, "Oh man, your voice would be great for that." And I would like, I don't think there will ever be a more happy moment in my entire life. My childhood hero, Goku, literally just told me that I would be great at what he does, and I'm like, oh my fucking god,
dude! When I got to get my Dragon Ball Super superhero poster signed by Chris Sabat, but
yeah, dude.
I didn't get that much of a chance to talk to him because the guy before me had a lot of stuff to sign, so it took a little while, and I didn't want other people behind me to keep waiting, so I kind of subconsciously rushed myself. Mm-hmm. But like, I wish, you know, like
man.
I was, when I got my picture with them, I was just like, you guys are my inspiration. Genuinely, you're my heroes. Right. I'm freaking out right now. And when I said that, Chris responded as Vegeta saying, "Don't freak out." And I shit myself. Not literally, if you're listening, but mentally. It was so cool.
I went as Red Hood and got my helmet signed by Kern Walters, and he plays Red Hood on DC's Titans. I'm not really huge on the show, but it was cool to meet him. He's like our age, and he's just really down to earth, really cool to talk to.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a other dude who was getting his Red Hood signed by Kern Walters, and fucking apparently the first day of con, this dude, they like called the cops on him for his props. And the cops made him like get down, like they had him gun.
Oh yeah, I remember this now.
They had him held at gunpoint, dude. They had him like get down, and I was like, dude, they're fucking props.
Yeah. Didn't we see a couple people literally dressed as like
Nazis?
Yeah.
What a time to go as Zeke Yeager, by the way. I cosplayed Zeke Yeager, and I was by myself trying to walk to... I was trying to meet up with either Jacob and Moggy or just somebody else that we were with. And on my way there, I was just walking, just doing my thing, and this guy, he's like vlogging, and he looks at me, he locks eyes, and he's like doing like whatever commentary he's doing, and he flips his camera and he's like, oh, "Is that a Nazi?" and like zooms in comically on my fucking armband for Eldia, and I'm like, I'm blonde hair and like everything, and I'm just like, no.
But meanwhile, I swear to God, there was a kid dressed like a fucking actual Nazi.
Like,
dead ass.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we saw him. He was getting talked to by like event staff or some shit. Like we were in. like 2,000 or 2,200, something like that. If you
Yeah,
remember
man.
what that was.
There were
was
some
crazy.
sketchy costumes there.
Crazy
I went
times.
as Spider-Man. I went as Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and within the first 10 minutes, I bumped into a Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland Spider-Man, and we ended up in the local news.
Yeah, baby. I got that.
kinda cool.
I got that helmet signed by Karen Walters, and then I spent most of my budget on a lightsaber.
I spent a lot of money on statues.
I got a Buster sword, and then also like autographs and photos.
Statues, power pole, signature.
Why are we turning into South Park characters?
Shit.
Right.
But yeah, no, I got a lot of fun stuff. It's
fellas.
fun. It's real fun, yeah.
With Phoenix, with the boys.
We got a long-term cosplay in effect. Trying to do Blood Angel for one of those cons because that's gonna be real fun, especially if you know like Warhammer and how big those guys are. I want to do some stilts and stuff like that, make them all big and stuff. It's gonna be real fun, man. Yeah, but yeah, it's fun stuff.
Dude, since I've hit the gym, my cosplay ideas are starting to shift. Now
Yeah,
that
man.
I'm starting to like my body a bit more, I'm like,
I mean, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, kind of like the Dark Side Anakin sounds awesome, but like that Daredevil cosplay is, I'm leaning a little more towards that one.
I'd say I do what's gonna show off the fruits of your labor.
The fruits of your
So wearing
Nothing.
nothing,
No, but I'm.
please, never.
I don't know what I'm gonna do for cosplay this year. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to afford it.
I know, I'm starting to wonder that too. I'm like,
The Blood
if
Angels,
I-
like I said, is like a massively long run cosplay.
if
But
I
yeah,
have
no,
to-
cosplay is expensive.
If I have to wait until FanX 24, then I suppose I will. But like, I'm still gonna try and go anyway because I'm hoping I'll have my life a little more together by the end of this year.
Yeah, you and me personally, we've just been getting
The shit hand.
shit dealt to us in a really bad way. But
Yeah. Some of us can't gaslight our bosses into paying them every week. You know, it's it's fine.
That's on the record.
Nice.
Good job. Yeah, no, I would love to go to FanX again. Honestly, I guess it'll just depend on like who is gonna be there in terms of like the guests.
Right.
Because if it's like someone I'm like super excited about, then I'm probably gonna try.
Right, gonna go
Because
in.
the nice thing with FanX is that it's an affordable con to go to. It's
Right.
just not an affordable con to take souvenirs home from.
Yeah, man.
Like getting in, that was the easy part. It
Getting
was
out.
leaving with a positive bank balance that was difficult. So
Getting out.
we shall see, truly.
Yeah.
we got about 30 more minutes up in this bitch.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy, do we want to? I'm starting to run out of ideas.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was
know.
bringing it up. I'm running out of shit to talk about. I didn't
Yeah.
really come prepared today.
Do we got anything like coming up that we might want to talk about? I don't know.
No, I don't personally.
No, I'm gonna go see Ant-Man sometime within the next couple days. I will let you guys know how it is
Yeah.
next week. I mean, I'll let you guys know in our personal lives sooner, but
Right.
I'll let you guys know
Right.
what I think of it next week. And don't take my opinion as fact. I'm a moron.
Don't take my opinion as your opinion.
No, I have different tastes.
Yeah.
I'm not that stupid. I have good tastes,
Absolutely.
right?
But, I mean, yeah. I mean, if we want to wrap it here, we're more than welcome. Yeah, I think this is a good place.
I would say so. Otherwise, we're just gonna ramble incoherently like
Yeah,
the
because I have
crews.
really no trajectory.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, yeah, brain empty.
Let's let the collaborative effort think. All right.
Oh, I've got an idea. An outro. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of VultureTalk.
Wipe out.
Yeah, just come in with the super like energetic YouTuber outro. Like,
Thanks for seeing What's Squawking.
There you go. I think that's gonna be it for today's episode. We're gonna get out of here. Probably go get some.
Some munchies.
we're gonna make like a banana and get the fuck out of here.